What's up, Pyromaniacs? Pyrostasis here, and we are back in Black Ops 2. This is FFA gameplay. I'm working on getting the Diamond Cammo for shotguns, so I'm rocking the, I think this is, actually it's like M1201 or something like that, or M14012, or I'm probably butchering that. It's the auto 4-shot shotgun. It's very similar to the semi-auto shotgun that you also got in the line, except this one, as opposed to having to pull the trigger, you can just hold this bad boy down, and every 4 shots you have to rotate the underbarrel. And when I first started playing with this rifle, or this shotgun, I hated it. It was fucking terrible. The main reason is obviously the range is just complete trash. But the main issue with it is you've only got 4 rounds, and I was trying to semi-fire it. Well, if you hold the little bastard down, it fires off 4 rounds, and you don't have to, because I was trying to time the shots, and I would always fire 3 and leave myself with 1 in the chamber, and then fire that 1, miss, and then just get completely screwed. So the key to it is just obviously to hold it down till it cycles, and if you waste ammo, you waste ammo, but screw it, who gives a shit anyways. But FFA, in my opinion, at least with the shotguns, is pretty much the best way to go about doing this to get your Diamond Cammo. If you're even remotely good at FFA, you're going to be getting a high amount of kills. Especially with shotguns, you have the ability to close range, and a lot of the maps are very tight. So unlike maybe Team Deathmatch or Domination or some of the other modes where a short-range shotty is going to suffer, the fast-paced style of FFA, especially with revenge spawns, makes it very, very effective. And I've been trying to play around with a couple different class setups. Honestly, I really like the Engineer with the tactical mask, 2 black hats, and one of the longer range shotguns. But the problem that you run into with that is a lot of folks run extreme conditioning, and since you have to close range, at least with the 3 close range shotguns, it's really hard to catch those people. And if you shoot them to let them know you're there, a lot of times they're going to turn around and shoot you before you can close that range. Whereas if you've got extreme conditioning, then you just wait till they stop, and then you're right on their butthole, and then you just blow it away. So it's kind of a challenge, because if you run extreme conditioning and those setups, then you obviously are weak to the bouncing betties and the shock charges. And bouncing betties are usually easy to deal with. It's the shock charges that just ruin my day. And a shock charge with a bouncing betty is a little bit harder to deal with. Although if you lay prone, you're usually okay. One other thing that I've been really struggling with on getting this camo unlocked, especially with the semi-auto and the auto, is their damage is subpar. So you have to be really close to get the one-shot kill. And the reason you have to get one-shot kills is that's what the camo unlocks are based on. You have to get 250 point-blank one-shot kills. And then after that, you got to get the bloodthirsties, the revenge kills, and there's one more that I'm forgetting right now. But I have gotten all 3 gold camos except for this one right here. And, just like any other weapon, when you first start playing with it, it really kind of blows because you don't know how to use it. You're just rusty. You don't learn all the different angles. And by the time you get it golded, especially on these last 2, you really kind of tend to get good with the weapon. I mean, the Remington, you can gold that weapon before you even really get good with restricting your paths to narrow hallways and learning the maps, etc., etc. But with this one, I've got almost 1,000 kills with the auto and the semi-auto shotty, and it definitely changes the way you play in your play style. So I'm kind of interested to see what you guys think are some of the harder weapons to get the gold camos on. What do you struggle with? Which ones do you like and are the easiest to get? Let me know in the comment section below. Next week, I'm also going to be starting a new YouTube series here on the FPS channel where I go over some of the stuff with YouTube channels, specifically how to make them, what's easy about them, some of the tips and tricks, things to watch out for, what's worked for me, what's not worked for me, and, do my best to kind of give you guys a little bit of insight into how the business side of YouTube works. A lot of you guys are familiar with how, obviously, the end user, where you just watching videos, enjoying your commentators, etc., etc., and that's one way to look at YouTube. But for those of us who have YouTube channels, are partnered, etc., etc., there's a whole different side of YouTube. And I'm going to kind of go over some for those of you who are thinking about getting into YouTube, starting your own channels, commentating, and things like that. I'm going to cover some of the stuff that basically gives you guys a behind-scenes look at what I've done over the past year while building 2 pretty decent-sized YouTube channels, and then obviously starting this one. So hopefully you guys will enjoy that series. We're going to go over things like how to promote your channel, retention, how it works, etc., etc. You know, building an audience, social media, networking, etc., etc. So that will start probably Saturday or Sunday. I'm going to be playing a hell of a lot of Black Ops this weekend with the double EXP, so you guys will be able to take a look at that. Hopefully you guys are liking this series. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I always read all my comments. Would love to hear from you guys. Make sure you subscribe if you're enjoying it, and I'll catch you guys in the next clip.